Hopefully that's working. Yeah, so good evening, everyone. Adebanji couldn't be here for this round table, but I will be hosting it, and we are gonna have a great time. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined. We have about 48, 49 people so far, and we have a great panel. And basically, what we are gonna do is to, we would like you to hear from members of the Addictive Sketchers movement. And it's so much better when you hear from people who are actually in it than when you hear from us. So that's what we are going to do. And if you have any questions, please pop it into the chat and we will pick it up and also ask the panel. So I'm just going to spotlight the people that we have on the panel. We have quite a good number. When we sent out the email asking people if they wanted to be on the panel, we had so many takers, and yeah, so we just had to narrow it down. But we have Avis and I'm trying to find everyone one by one. Then we have Ivo to spotlight. Oops. Okay, there we go. I'm going to add myself as well. And we have Hasmita. Hasmita, if you're there, just wave so I can see you. Yes, I think that's you are Hazi on here, right? I believe that's Hasmita. Yep. There we go. Welcome, welcome. We
Welcome.
also have Elaine.
Yeah.
Spotlight you, Elaine. Where
There you
are
go.
you? Where are you?
I'm just here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw you like a
Okay.
second ago and then you kind of like vanished, but I found you
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Hey, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
And then we have who else again do we have? Berenice. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
she's
I'm
here
here.
yet. Oh, there you are. Okay. And then we have one more person, I believe, on this. What did we have again? Slovenia. There you are. Okay, so hello,
Hello.
panel
Uh,
members.
yeah.
Thank you so much for volunteering your time to
I
come on
should be
here.
on the panel
And
too.
if you don't mind, could you go round and just tell us your name and well, we can see your name on the screen, but tell us how long you have been in the movement. So I'll start with Avis.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Avis, and I joined. Sorry, there's someone.
Okay, I'm gonna have to mute. I think there's somebody. Please, if you're not on the panel, please mute yourself. Okay, I'm gonna mute everyone, and then when it's your turn to speak, just unmute.
Great.
Okay, so Avis, you might please unmute yourself because yeah, there you
Thank
are.
you. Hi everyone. I'm Avis, and I joined the Addictive Sketchers movement last March when I did my first sketch week with Adibanji. So I've been a team member for 12 months.
Thank you, Avis.
You
I
know
will.
anything else?
No, that's totally fine. Thank you. Ivo, how long have you been a member of the movement?
I think almost a year. The I didn't join. I joined towards the end of last year.
Okay.
The
Wow, cool.
sketch, yeah, the sketch week and the
Yeah.
end towards the end of last year, I think, if I remember rightly. Yeah. and I'm enjoying it. Not very good at it yet, but
Uh-huh.
getting there.
Yeah, awesome. And Hazy? Oh, you need to unmute, please. Okay.
Hi,
Yeah.
hi everyone. I think I've been here since November 24.
Oh, wow.
I think so, a year coming to a year and a half sort of thing. And I love Adabanji's teachings. I was always looking for someone or an art class to do the art of drawing, get back into the art of sketching, and I found my teacher. Thank you.
Amazing. Wow. I didn't realize that you've been here for that long.
I'm sure it was because my neighbour Anne, who I
Yeah.
introduced to, who lives just
Ah,
there, because I've been selling it as well to everyone to join. I think she joined last year, and I joined maybe a couple of months before her.
yeah.
So a
Okay.
year and a half, yes. So I'm still here, and I'm going to carry on.
Amazing. Amazing. Elaine?
I've been here since November 24 as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah. So quite a long time. I'm not. I do quite a bit anyway, but it's helped me a lot. I've
Yeah.
improved a lot. I must admit. Yeah. I was really lucky to see your other half as well many years ago at an art society. So that's how I first knew him. But this kept on coming up, and I thought, why not have a go? So
Yeah.
yeah, and I
Wow.
still really enjoy it.
Wow. And Berenice?
Yeah. So Berenice, like Hazy and Len as well, I joined from November 24. I think we were all in the same sketch week over there. And
Yeah.
similar to those, I was looking for something to kind of reimagination my love for drawing art, whatever it is over there. And I found out this sketch week over there, good price, went for it, and then joined the movement after that. So
Yeah.
yeah, we are in the same time. I think 1 year and a half, as I said in the beginning. So yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Slovenia?
Svilena, and I joined in April 2024. So I
Okay.
was looking for a teacher, for actually for an art mentor, because I've been drawing since a child, and I could draw, but I never sketched. I've never been taught how to sketch, so I was looking for an art teacher and art mentor as well. Um, and I found it in Adebanji. It was amazing, actually. And even when I first joined, I didn't realize that he's he's got this Friday releases when he encourages us, but they are really helpful. And I love the simplicity. He started from the ABC of the sketching, and this is exactly what I needed to learn how to sketch. So yeah, I'm loving it.
Uh, Amazing. It looks like like most of us here like, have been around since 2024. So that's really cool that you've stayed on this long. Okay, Anne.
Hi everyone. So yeah, I joined last March actually, so I've been here a year now, and
Wow.
I fell across it by as Hazzy mentioned. I was intrigued to see what she was doing, and the following sketch week, which would have been March last year, I joined up, and that's it. I've been here ever since. It's amazing,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
the 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 speed at which you improve is stunning. Just following his processes, it's amazing, lovely.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And to the audience, as we go through this, if you have any questions for the panel, please pop it into the chat, and I will be looking into the chat and then picking up your questions. All right, Marianne.
Hi there, I'm Marianne. I'm actually fairly new because I only joined in September. Um, and I've made a huge improvement in just those few months.
Mhm.
And I did 2 sketch weeks, loved them both. And then I thought, well, if the rest of it's going to be like this, I really want to join.
Yeah,
So,
amazing. Thank you, thank you. So I'm going to ask a question now, and I'm just going to throw it out to anyone who wants to answer. And basically, it is this: how did you feel about your sketching before you joined? What was that like?
What setting?
Your sketching.
Oh, oh. Well, I'll just say that I was in the fashion trade, so I went to art school over 30 years ago, and I did fashion, and then I worked in the trade for about 25 years, and then in my job I only sketched spec sheets, illustrations, that were quite highly stylized, but never got back to the discipline of sketching. So and I was scared as well to get back, but it was COVID that started me sketching because you had time. And I thought I'll sketch portraits. I love portraits and figures, but I was always scared of landscapes and animals, and it was a blank canvas, and I was scared. But since I've been on this journey with Adebanji and his movement, I've become more confident. I can tackle a landscape. I love the teachings and the techniques. So I'm more proficient now, and I need to continue. So the state of my sketches are far better, and the way I draw, I think about what he says and how I tackle the subject. So it makes you look at the subject, angles, organic lines, all of that. And I'm sure that's with everyone.
I'm the same. Yeah,
I'm the
I'm the
same.
same.
Well,
I'm just I couldn't draw. I couldn't even draw an apple.
Oh, wow.
So I learned to paint because my best friend paints, so she kind of encouraged me to paint, but it was just putting colors on paper and canvas. But I can't I have I saw the advert on Facebook. I told her about it. I said, I've seen this sketch advert. She said, do it. And I was like, no, not doing it. Not doing it. She said, do it. And I said, okay, it's only £10. I did it. I had such fun. Like I said, I still don't, I'm a perfectionist, and I think sometimes I do crucify myself a bit too much. But what Adi Banji says is that you shouldn't do that to yourself. So I'm getting better. This second sketch week that I did, like Marianne,
yeah.
I joined in September. As she was saying it, I joined in September, and I did my second sketch week, and this second sketch week was awesome. I drew an eye. I can't draw eyes, and that was
Now you
just
can.
awesome. That was seriously, I was like, wow. So I tend not to put anything up on the walls because I look at them and I think, okay. But I'm getting better. So each week, Addy Banji's, the way he just goes, shut him, and he just excites us, and he's singing. Everything just makes you want to continue. But
Yeah,
I'm just gonna continue.
yeah.
He makes you want to keep going on.
We're
And like he says,
addicted.
even if you just do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, keep going. I've got a little
Just,
book that I carry with me in my bag with a pencil, and I try to draw every
yeah,
day. So
yeah.
do it.
so I
Shut
take mine
him.
down on the beach. I want to hear on the beach.
My experience is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
Thank
yeah.
you so much, Ivo,
You're welcome.
for sharing that. Does anybody else want to, chime in
I mean,
regarding that question?
yeah,
How was your sketching like?
I'd never really sketched. I didn't really sketch. I did O-level art, and then
Wow.
30 odd years later, I'm just sitting there, and Hazzy's going, do it, do it, do it. Oh, longer actually, more than 30, about 35 years. And I thought, oh, I'll have a go. So I did a little sketch. I think, Hazzy, you were doing your, I think it was the household objects week.
Yeah, man-made. Yeah.
Before man-made objects, before I'd even joined up. So I thought, I'm going to have a go at this. So I did one and I showed to Hazzy and she went, we should do the next sketch week. So I did. And it's amazing. It's just, you just want to continue.
Yeah.
And you look at
Wow.
everything differently. It's like you
Yeah.
look at something and you say, oh, how would I approach drawing that? And then you try and you do it and it's like magic. It's, oh, I've done it. And in your head you hear Adebanji going, more darks, more darks,
Yeah,
more
sort of
lights, more like
angles.
that. Angles, shapes. It's there all the time.
Yeah.
I think it gets you to understand. It does get you to understand more because I'm not pro or anything like that. I taught myself everything I know, and this is the first time I've actually had anybody teach me how to draw.
Wow.
So I can do it, but I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. So but I look at things a lot differently now. I mean, I'm lucky I belong to a couple of art societies. I'm on the committee of one, and I actually was in with the judges because they had to do a selection, and I can actually now kind of like pick out what they're saying about. I can understand it a little bit better as well. So, and I only did CSE art. I didn't do O level.
But even when I went to college and I did my foundation and I did my degree in you do your foundation, then you do your degree in fashion, then you specialize.
Yeah.
No one really taught you how the techniques were. You just were guided. But
Well, I was in the worst class ever. I mean, I was in the naughty class. I mean, I was in the bottom of the bottom.
Wow.
The
Wow.
And I'm
naughty
like,
class.
yeah. So whatever
I
I've learned here. I've learned of other people as well.
Yeah.
But you know, this has been like, and everybody the art classes I do, and a couple of them do know about it. I literally, they went, you're it's all improved so much, especially after the last year. So, and I'm still
Amazing.
here.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
still
for me,
here.
Amazing.
it's the confidence. I come, so
It
I
is
have a
the
lot of,
confidence.
yeah, I have a lot of artists, good artists in my family. So, you know, you all compare yourself to them. For like, okay, you're so good. There's no way I can even
Yeah.
be there where you are. Okay, so before I taught the whole thing, that's what I drew for myself. It was just simple one, you know, with pastel art over there, blah blah blah. Okay, and I'll skip to show what I was before to remember myself, and then the one I drew myself maybe
Could you
2 months
bring it
ago.
closer? Could you bring it closer to
Wow.
the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my father, by
Wow.
the way. So there's a big difference in angles, in textures. Sorry, over there. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So it shows how you go. And what I want to say as well, I'm not a person who will be over there every single day sketching. Okay. If I had time, I think I'll be much better than I am today. Okay. And one thing I really like the whole process, the whole structure is that I can watch later the demos and the video, and that helped
Yeah.
me a lot. So sometimes I'm over there in the tube just watching. I thought, okay, I need to do that. So it creates this kind of knowledge, and you can come back, stop, see how the bencher puts his hand sometimes over there.
Yeah.
And for me, the big eureka moment is when you have this one of these painting workshops, how you show really how a sketch became a painting. Like, wow, that's what I needed. The whole break ice over there. You can see now I'm painting more in the background over there. So it was what I need over there. Now most of the work is on myself. I need to watch more and do practice. So there's no, it's not a miracle. We need to sketch more and more, and more you do, the more to get better. And as well, as I mentioned before, I see things now differently. When I'm up on the screen and I see a building, oh, nice angles over there, curves, you know. So it's different way you see things now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think you've got to
Thank
be a little bit
you.
self-motivated as well.
Yeah.
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 My story is very, very similar. I've been I do watercolors, and I've been doing a evening class watercolors at my local college, and really enjoying it. And I first came across Adibanji when the Royal Academy they do a thing called Saturday Sketch Club every month, where you pay, I think it's about 10 quid for about an hour and 15 minutes, and they have a guest artist each session to teach you some sort of method or technique or whatever. And my very first one was with Adi Banji, and I thought, first of all, what an incredible individual. He just Oh, the energy that he brings is just so amazing. And we drew three sketches in that hour and 15 minutes. And I was just shocked at what I did. Even though I thought I was a capable drawer, I could always do what I wanted to do.
Mm.
But it took it to a different level, and I was so shocked by that. And I continue doing Saturday Sketch Club once a month with the Royal Academy, and there's never been another artist, guest artist, that delivered what Adi Banjo did.
Yeah,
And then I fell upon him on Instagram and joined the Sketch Week last year in March. And again, wow. My mind was blown. Just simple techniques. I
mm,
think for me, it's because I love doing portraiture.
yeah,
And I can do good portraitures, but they didn't tend to look very much like the subject. Now can draw and paint portraits that look like the subject, and this is all due to Adibanji. And for me, it was the looking for shapes, looking at negative spaces. Those were the two
yeah,
things
yeah.
that really made sense to me and completely transformed my art. So I am just in seventh heaven in terms of
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pick up a quick question from the chat. And Erica is asking, is there a process or just many video demos? So, does anyone want to answer that? Is there a process or just many demo videos?
Answer. I think there is a process.
Yeah,
Um,
there's both.
it's almost subliminal. You don't really know there's a process, but the way he teaches, eventually you actually think there is a process to this. Personally, I
Yeah.
don't know if anybody else thinks that.
Yeah, well, I went because we're doing landscapes, and I was not a confident landscapes because Anne knows that I go, oh, it's landscapes. I went out this week and it was so sunny. I went out to our little walk around here, and just in our communal garden, and there's a tree, and I'm sitting there drawing a tree. I've never done that before.
Yeah,
But I know, and you can hear Adabanji
yeah,
in your head going, the negative shapes, the angles, the what are you drawing? How are you going to create that? And you
yeah.
hear everything that he teaches you. So in subliminally, you are
Yeah, I think that's
doing
right.
teachings.
And he teaches you different techniques. Like there was a time when he was doing a lot of the angles and Procreate, and that I couldn't judge, I couldn't get that. That wasn't the way I could learn. But then the next few weeks he was doing a different thing like shapes and um, just like drawing, you know, sort of without the backing, and you can just pick up what you want from it.
Mm-hmm.
And one technique might not work for one person, but it does for another one, and then other people can do the other thing. It's just there's always a way, and you
He makes
find
you more confident.
yeah, you find the way that suits you amongst all his teachings, and everybody just creates amazing stuff.
Yeah.
I would say,
And also, sorry,
sorry, Ruth, that was
was
me. Yeah, go ahead.
okay. Yeah, I was just gonna add to that. When you first join as well, there is the orientation videos that you go through, and that takes you to the very basics. So just so that when you start watching the other videos, then you kind of understand everything that is being done. So many of our our members find those orientation videos to be very grounding and
Yeah, I did them.
yeah. Ivor, sorry, Avis, you were going to say.
Yeah, I was going to say that there is definitely a process, whether you're drawing a portrait or an urban landscape or a more natural landscape, there is definitely a process. And one of the things I loved about Sketch Week was Adibanji going through those steps, you know, do your broad strokes then, do your angles then, and etc. So there's definitely a process that you can follow. And I find that I slip into that mindset depending on what it is that I'm going to approach. So yeah, I would say there is definitely a process, and the more you draw, the more you sketch, the more it becomes very second nature. And before you know it, you're actually producing amazing works without realizing that you're actually following a process because it just seems so automatic.
Yeah.
Muscle memory, if anything.
Yeah.
But the privilege of being a member is that we have the hub that you can return to.
Yeah.
And even if what I found is if I don't get something right, I can go back to it. Even if I don't go back to it the next day or the next week, I go back to it the next month and I improve. I may not pick up on what Adi Banji said at that particular time, but I go back and I try it again and I improve and it looks a bit better. I don't like landscapes. I'm like, really, who wants to do that? But I try. I actually this sketch week I actually drew a tree and I was happy with that tree. I was like, yes, I did it, you know. I did it within that time. I'm like, oh, I did it. When it came to the sheep, God bless that sheep. It just had its head. But yeah, so you know, it's a process, and the hub is there for our benefit. It's, you know, we're not just paying that £40 just for the sake of it.
The community is really
yeah. So
Oh yeah.
I'm thanking God for TASM.
Yeah, amazing.
I love it. I have to admit that I don't do it every day because I have a little business that I run, so I'm sort of like pulled that way sometimes. So, but when I do sit and I pick up my pencils, look, they're here, right next to me. Duh. All my pencils. So, but I love to draw. I love to draw. My daughter's boyfriend, bless him, I keep drawing his pictures. He's like, oh no, do you have to draw me? Can't you draw somebody else? But I like his head.
Don't say that. Don't move. Just a little move. Stay about that. Just a little bit more.
I'm getting there.
I do
really
the
like
same
that you
actually.
shared.
I love repeating, watching videos again and again, and
Yeah.
And comparing actually where I have moved from to what's my progress, because it's the best say actually to compare the two. And I joined for the same reason. I wanted to learn how to draw landscapes because it is so overwhelming. Like when I see a scene, I never knew how to approach it and where to start from. I also love portraits, and over the years I have drawn portraits, human figure, etc. But the landscapes, and especially the urban landscape, they're actually my weakest area.
Yeah.
But the
My
last
hate.
in the autumn we did the challenge, like one urban landscape per day.
I know.
I did it. And I was amazed. I actually started liking what I'm doing. Not everything, but now and again I would like my sketch. Like, and this is a huge progress.
Yeah.
The challenges are amazing, aren't they? Because if you want to do that and you do it, your starting point to the end of the month, you can see the progress, can't you?
Yeah.
Because you're doing it every day, and that's the thing, isn't it? It's the practice.
I actually like seeing how everybody else has improved as well.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
Everybody's so kind and helpful to each other. If you put
There's no negativity about it at all.
No.
Put a picture down, and everybody's so kind about it.
Yeah.
And I think that whole community helps.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, there was a meeting where we met by the National Gallery.
Oh, God, you're part of that. That's nice.
And it was brilliant. There weren't many of us. I think there were about 8, 9 of us. But that was so lovely to meet up, and we were all encouraging each other.
Yes.
We all did a bit of sketching as people walked by. We were brave enough to sit there sketching and for people to come and look over our shoulders. And it was brilliant.
Well, we had the pleasure of meeting Adabanji and Ruth, yourself, in I think there was 80 or 90 of us last year. That was just wonderful.
Stunning, wasn't it?
Everybody you saw on the Zoom, the gallery view, we went, oh my God, Cindy, she came all the way from Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And there were other people that you just thought, oh yeah, that's him, that's her. It was so lovely. And that was I can't remember where that was.
That's St James's Park.
Yeah.
St James's Park, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful day, and we all sat down in different places where Adabanji told us to. We were drawing ducks. I never go out and draw ducks or swans, and then all the statues, and it was just so. And then we all had lunch. It was such a lovely occasion, and I hope we all get to meet each other.
Yeah,
I went to the second one. It was good as well.
Yeah, we didn't get
to... and that's the thing. Like, we are gonna do more of the meetups this year, and we have one planned for April. So one of our goals really is to get people sketching everywhere in their local areas. So that's something that we're gonna be pushing very, very heavily this year. So for those of you that like to meet up, like, this is a great place where you can get to like meet other people, make new friends, new sketcher friends, and There was a question here that I want to quickly go back to, and it's about landscapes. I think I saw a question about landscapes. Let me find it. Yes, it's from Christopher, and he's saying that people that took part in the latest sketch week seem to have trouble with landscapes. How are the members of the panel getting on with this? Does anyone want to
love landscapes?
Address that?
I like landscapes, but I don't like urban landscape.
A watercolor I tried, and then the latest one I've been trying to do but I haven't done is that one.
Oh, wow.
That's the trick of the week.
Yeah, so
I've tried to do that one.
I haven't
done
it.
Was there anyone here who did not like it before?
I don't love it,
but
I'll
now
do
love
it.
landscapes.
Yeah, I'm like Emma, I will do it, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. I like portraits, figures, animals. Really what I don't like at all is the men object.
That's my one.
I hate
it. AFL, yeah.
Beautiful.
That was my last one that I did. That's
Without
the best
the
one
bug.
I've done so far.
Oh, Anne, look at you.
Is this acrylic paints? Are you
That's gouache.
That's not too bad. That's my best one.
I struggle with people.
I struggle with it.
I struggle with people, but landscapes, that's what I was saying. Everybody can find something that they love.
Yeah.
And the aim is to improve on the things that you find hard, which is what I'm doing now. I mean, people, just to show somebody, if you don't mind, this is my person, my first ever one.
Oh, wow.
That was my first one.
Wow.
And then this was the one I did recently.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah.
Big difference.
So,
wow.
Yeah. The people that struggle with landscapes, just keep practicing. Hazzy knows. Hazzy doesn't like landscapes, and she's always been brilliant at landscapes, but she doesn't like them.
I tried to, Adabanji is a good teacher, and I tried to listen to what he does and how he tackles it. But the first time I ever also saw Adabanji, and I was a fan, was on the One Show, and I used to think, oh my gosh, look at this gentleman. He goes around the country painting on seas and things like that. And he was always their in-house artist. And I always used to see him then. And then suddenly when he came on Facebook, you think, oh my God, I've got to go do that. So he is a great teacher, and unfortunately, I wish I'd had him at art college doing a fine art course, but you don't get lecturers like that. You know, Adabanji, for what we pay, it's just mind blowing. Even the money doesn't really matter, but the thing is, what we pay, we get so much out of it. So don't put your prices up. Don't tell him that.
I would suggest, Christopher, you didn't say what aspect of landscapes
Landscape, yeah.
But I would certainly keep at it. If you are a member, or if you intend to join the movement, then you'll have access to all the
All
previous
different,
lessons and things, so and which can help you to sort of target the area that you might be struggling with. But I would say keep on going, keep going. You will find the more you put pencil to paper, the better you will become.
Absolutely.
And it won't take long to find the method that is good for you, and you'll be flying. You really will.
And
I think
Adabanji,
that if I can just say, I think Adibanji sketched it so fast and it came out so good. I think it was a bit daunting for everybody.
I was daunted at first, Christopher, but as everybody said before in the hub, you can replay, you can watch it. At first I found the speed quick, so what I decided to do, I would wait for the replay, I'd watch the replay in my own time, and then I would attempt it myself. And you've always got that replay to go back and continue looking. And that's the way for me that I learn. I learn. I struggled at first with doing it as Adabanji's doing it, but if you watch and then do, there's always, everybody's got a way that they can do it, because
and you go at your own
pace.
You go at your own pace.
Yeah.
And if you need any help, somebody will give you help. If you need to, just ask on the forums or whatever.
And there's their technique sessions as well, isn't there, Ruth, as well?
Yeah.
What do you do? You can ask questions, and it can be demoed again on technique sessions.
Yeah. And then also in the hub, when you're watching the videos, you can actually slow it down.
Yeah.
You can really slow it down and really take it very, very, very slow. So that's a great way to watch them.
Something else I have noticed, because yesterday I decided to go through all landscape videos from the sketch weeks. So I started from December 2023, and I have realized that there is even in this there is a progression. Like this sketch week, like the last week, Adebanji didn't use the iPad and all the
it changed. No more afraid.
lines. But back in 2023, he's using the lines, and it is much more like beginner friendly. This is what I have realized. It is a bit slower, even a bit slower, and he's showing every single his thought process. Basically, he's showing it on the iPad, and this is really, really helpful.
Thank you.
There's also the opportunity to submit your work to be critiqued, which is really, really useful. So there's also that option there.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something about the pace that Adibanji goes at when we're doing the sketch week. And I know a lot of people find it very fast because it is fast, but I understand the reason behind it, which is if you're out drawing people, they're going to be moving. You may only have 5 minutes to get it all down. So, and one thing that I've noticed is when I put myself under the pressure of drawing something within a given time range, I draw much better than when I give myself all the time in the world.
Yeah.
I also do I've just recently started a life drawing class at my local college, which is really fun, really, really fun. And it always starts off with 3 5-minute sketches, and then we have a good hour to do a main pose. And my 5-minute sketches are just amazing because the proportions are there and it's ready basically. So I realized that when I have to think about it, I overthink. So giving yourself the pressure of time, limiting your time, really helpful in getting the sort of key ingredients down, the key foundations down. So that's another little tip that might help towards when you're applying your art.
Also, I used to, before Adabanji, or the days before Adabanji, I used to overdo my sketches, overwork them, and I didn't know when to stop. But Adabanji teachers used to do it, and then also, without being over sketched or overdrawn, he tells you it's just a sketch, to be sketchy, and you learn like that, and that's really good, and that's helped me, that I don't have to worry about overdoing it. Leave it raw, and that is just as effective as anything. So I like that process, definitely. Yeah.
I think we're too critical on ourselves.
Adabanji is very aware that people learn in different ways. And I mean, I know that I was a teacher for 40 years, so I know children learn in many different ways. And the way that Adabanji teaches is he'll do one idea for one thing and then teach you a different way of doing. And in all these different ways, you'll pick up the one that's pertinent to you, the one that you feel is the easiest. Like angles, I mean, Adabanji loves angles, but that doesn't work for me.
I'm organic lines.
Oh no, I like organic lines.
I love organic lines.
Yes.
Angles, no. Organic.
I agree.
Wow, thank you. Now, I know there's some people here that are probably curious about, if you have a busy lifestyle, how do you fit in the movement and your sketching into your busy life? So does anyone want to, okay,
Yeah, happy
Elaine.
to pick up that. I have a busy life. I work from Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturday over there, long hours in the day. Okay. What I tell people is that for your well-being perspective of that, you need to find something out of a busy life.
Yeah.
It can be anything. It can be singing, it can be painting, it can be in drawing, it can be in a run on the block, whatever it make you happy. And that's very important for balance in life. Okay. So even so I have a busy life, I always find half an hour here, 20 minutes over there, 1 hour in the weekends. We manage our time, Remember, you own your own time. The work doesn't own your time, So you need to focus over there and really find something make you happy. So sketch make me happy, paint makes me happy, sing and play piano makes, so I make the time in my day.
Yeah.
You do make the time. And like I do every Wednesday, sit there waiting for my lady's hair to dry.
Lady under the dryer drawing.
Yeah, my lady under the dryer. I always carry my bag with me anyway. Occasionally I forget my bag, but I always have something because I drive most of the time, so I can't actually sketch. So I just get my phone out if I've been taking like pictures of things when I go around and just do it like that, because that's the only way I can do it sometimes. I go out sometimes and do it too. Like today, I was stewarding, so I took my big sketchbook with me and tried to start doing the parrot or something, and going down and looking at somebody else doing some painting. And so it's I just kind of like try and take your book with you all the time and just do some. And I'm lucky I live by myself, so I can sketch anytime I want when I get home.
Good.
But I do try to kind of like take it everywhere. If I'm somewhere, I will take my book with me.
So I do have different books, different size, but for me what's better, I have a small page of what they're writing in my bag because they're small. And
that's really good, actually. That's a good size.
Perfect. So small thing with light as well, so you don't carry too much thing. And I always have at least one pencil with me. Usually I always have 2B with me because it's less thing of it. I don't have the whole thing. But
my favorite, the Mono Zero and a putty rubber.
Good.
And I've never sketched, taken a sketchbook on holiday. Okay, so when I was a designer, you always are with a sketchbook, but you're sketching styles and sketching when you're going into all the shops. You know, I traveled New York, Paris, Hong Kong. I did all of that, but you still have your sketch. You go back to your hotel room and you sketch. You go to Hong Kong, you're still sketching. But I never sketched on holiday. I sketched my husband when he's not looking. I sketch in Porto Banús. I sketched the trees I don't like, but I did it. But I do make a conscious effort of making sure I've got something in my bag to go and do it. And it makes me, as everybody here is saying, it makes you so happy to draw. It's great for our mental health.
Yeah, I sneak on the beach. If you're sitting on a sunbed and I've got kind of like a little pan of kind of like colours with me, and there's somebody sitting in front of me, and I'm like,
yeah.
so yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone. We're going to move on to another question, and this is from Deborah, and she's asking that, can you say how many hours a week you do to keep up with the content in the movement? So and I know this would like vary for different people, but I just want to say that you know, everybody takes it at their own pace, because you know, everyone has different things that they're doing, different lifestyles. But yeah, I'm just going to throw it out to you guys, if you want to chime in
That's fine. So when we have a challenge, then I have this kind of discipline to do every single day, because I don't have a challenge, and I love a competition. Okay, so I'm going for the challenge over there, and that make it be, I'll say, more disciplined. At least half an hour per day. I need to follow the challenge. I'll go forward over there. When there is no challenge, okay, I say I'm more flexible on time. Sometimes, I don't know, it can be 1 hour, 2 hours in the tube coming back to our home over there. And I'm because maybe I like the subject over there, etc., etc. If I'm not motivated, some weeks like I don't like too much the theme of the month, I will say I do less than I should do. And I recognize that, okay? I recognize that. So I think it's up to you how much you're going to spend over there. So I say for the worst case scenario, okay, when something I really didn't like was a month, I maybe did a week 1 day per week, say like this. So it'll be like 2 hours per week max over there. So it'll be like 8 hours. When I'm very into as a challenge, I will say I'll do at least 1-2 hours per day. So I'll say it'll be 34, 36 hours in the month. So it depends. So challenge is good for us because make us do over there. That's as well I like the sketch week, because every single day there's something to do. So I'm there doing, and then for finish. Okay, now I can breathe. So discipline is good, and it's up to us to really implement on ourselves on a daily basis, really.
Yeah.
Mine
There is no
varies.
deadline. Like, there are no deadlines that you must finish this by a certain time. So it's really up to you to decide what sort of time you can, you know, spend on your sketching.
I mean, I've got an energy limiting health issue. So some weeks I don't do any, but I don't stress about it because it's there if I want to go back to. If you don't want to go back to that particular subject, then don't. You're not letting anybody down. You're just doing what you want to do when you want to do it. You see, and if you've only got a half an hour just to do a quick sketch, that's fine. If you want to spend 2 hours doing a really detailed sketch, that's fine. It's what you want to put into it.
I mean, in each month you have a different subject. So you've got a month. I try to draw every day. If I can't, there's some days I don't do, but I'd always go, right, well, I'll be looking after your husband, going to the gym. Fortunately, I'm not working anymore, so I have got that time, but I sort of try and sit at my desk every day just to do a little sketch. There'll be weekends where I don't get a chance to do it, but I try not to panic about it. But I know that month I can cram it all in or not, and have easy days, and then I'll look forward to the month. But if I haven't finished a challenge, as Adam said, don't worry about it. So I try to do at least an hour most days in the week.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Thank you, thank you. We're gonna speed on now. I'm just keeping an eye on the time now. But then there's still lots of questions. Oh my days! Do you just access the archives? And this is from FWW20. Do you just access the archives through a link anytime? And the answer to that is there we have a hub, and when you sign up, you will get access to that, and you can log in anytime to access all the videos that we have been doing since we started. We have I would probably say that we have about 100 or so videos now. So there's so much for you to go through. However, when you join, we always recommend that you go through the orientation first before you start, accessing all the other videos, just so that you have the basics. Then I'll answer the next question too, and then I'll throw the next one to the panel. Can you pay yearly at a discount or just monthly? Yes, you can pay yearly, and if you pay yearly, you get 2 months free. So rather than so you would pay £400 for the year, which means that you get 2 months free. And if you're paying in dollars, I think it is $550 for the year, and you also get 2 months free. Okay, let me see what else is here. Okay, there's another question here from Deborah. Has drawing the material in TASM helped you drawing when you're out and about? I guess my question is, has drawing from photos helped you with drawing from life? Now, I can't answer that question because I don't draw. So I'll throw it to you guys.
Yeah, it has for me, most definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether I'm drawing a portrait or drawing a figure, or drawing an urban landscape, or I've gone to a gallery and I'll draw a sculpture or a painting, which is obviously a picture. But yes, it's definitely helped me. Obviously, drawing from a picture is wonderful because it stays still.
Yep.
And you can just attack it as long as you want. But I definitely do draw from real life, and it's very challenging, as I said, because if it's a person, they're bound to move or disappear. I like drawing on the bus, so I'll quickly sketch as quickly as I can, usually the back of someone's head, or someone sitting at the front, and invariably they'll get up and go. So you try and get as much down as you possibly can. And if you're drawing a landscape, you've got the light fighting against you because the sun's moving in the sky, the clouds are moving, and so the light changes, and so the shadows and things change. But yeah, definitely, I found what I've learned online, I have applied in real-time painting or sketching.
Thank you for sharing that. I think Hazy wants to say something.
Oh no, I was just about to say,
okay.
thinking, am I talking too much? No, I need to do more of getting out there and drawing people. I'm always driving, so I'm not on a bus, but I should be doing it when I'm going into London. So I should be doing it on the train. And I've done it at airports, but I've always drawn the back of everything. So I know what I need to do more of, and you do it in your own time. But yeah, Avis, you said it is good, and I'm glad you do that. I think I will start doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a bit shy, so I don't draw people or sketch people in the tube or in the bus because I'm not comfortable for people to see me sketching them. However, when I'll go every weekend to a coffee by the river there. And there, because I said there's more space, I sit with my little book over there and just sketching. I feel more comfortable because I don't know, there's a coffee inside. So there's we create some kind of barriers in front of you before you have people interact with you. Because I always think that they may think I'm invade their privacy. So, maybe I don't like people catching me if I not give them permission. So I try to always be And as well, I always get the figures, not too much details. I don't want people recognize the art over there. It's not fast over there, and maybe in the future I'll be more brave and I go in front of you. I don't think so, but who knows, you know?
Yeah, I've actually seen it when Adibanji sketches on the train, and like people don't actually mind. They want to see what he's sketching, and he just gives them the sketchbook, and they're always like, wow, 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 you know.
Yeah.
But that's
Oh,
confidence.
thank
You
you.
know, I don't think I have this confidence yet. Maybe I will have, but not yet.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess the answer to that question is that yes, it does help you. Drawing, learning from photos does help you with sketching in 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 real life. Chris is asking. Uh, uh, there's a question here actually about critiques and feedback. Does Adebanji give personal feedback at times? And Michelle has kindly answered that question. Thank you, Michelle. That yes, we do have critique sessions where you can send in your work, and he will take time to give you feedback. Chris is asking about is interested in the point that Avis has made about being part of a community alongside attending other art classes, which I believe he does and doesn't want to drop. And his question is, does the movement work as a supplement to other classes?
Yep, pretty much think so. I mean, if you focus on art, so I do have access to other, say, online video things over there, but I'll say the movement is a more focus because there is a proper structure over there and a proper process. So I know each month what to do the team, what to be sure to over there, what are the progress to make compared to last year, etc. So yes, it does help you like a supplement or extra, give you some kind of approach.
Yeah, thank you. And I know, Avis, you also do like you also have other classes that you do. So would you be able to like chime in?
Yes, yeah, it's definitely helped me. My watercoloring has seriously taken off. Even I'm sort of a bit jaw dropped at what I produce.
Oh, wow.
Really is the techniques and the skills that I have picked up from attending Adibanji's class. 1 week of sketch week, my very first sketch week. Like I said, my mind was blown at what I produced the first evening and then the second evening and so on. It really does feed into my watercoloring. And now, like I said, I'm doing a life drawing class. And again, the techniques and skills I've learned from Adibanji, looking at those negative spaces, looking at the shapes, because one of the amazing things that I've learned from Adibanji is everything is made up of shapes, and the shapes are triangles, prisms, squares, cubes, cylindrical, pyramids. Everything's made up of the same basic shapes. And if you look at, even a human face, you can see with the bone structure and the way the light falls on it. Look at a building and look in nature where you have beautiful organic lines, but you can still see
The shape.
beautiful shapes. So yes, for me, the stuff I do outside of the movement, the Addictive Sketchers movement, they both beautifully sort of bounce off each other and feed into each other. So yeah, but
Yeah, I agree.
I feel as an artist, I am a better person, a better artist, a better creative. And I really do feel this is due to Eddie Banji's class. I did a whole year's drawing class at my local college, and I can say my hand on my heart, what I've learned with Adi Banja in 1 week is worth more than the year's worth of classes that I took. I can put my hand on my heart and say that. Oh.
Wow, wow. Thank you for sharing that. We probably have like one or two questions left, and then we will start to round up. Claudia is asking, does any material in TASM approach composition? And is anyone able to answer that?
Any
Does any of the
material?
material,
Oh,
yeah, any of the demos, does it approach composition?
well, what I think of urban landscapes, for example, and how one approaches that, looking at perspective and things like that, I would say very much so. Um, that I would say that's definitely using composition, and determining what sort of how you want to approach it, what's the view that you want to get, what you want to capture in it. So what I would say yes, and I think that there would be videos that would play into that most definitely. I don't know if there's anything labeled, here is a video about composition, but I think it very much some of those videos do touch on that, definitely.
There's a really good question here from Claudia, and it's, don't you feel
Saw
pressure to
that.
see other members better than you in the movement? And I'm sure this is something that a lot of people can resonate with.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Go ahead.
Sometimes, yeah, but I mean, you think, well, I can get better now. But no, it doesn't really bother me too much that somebody's better than you, or everybody's at their own level.
Yeah, everybody's on their own journey.
Yeah, so does it matter if anybody's better than you or worse than you? It shouldn't matter.
And
And you can learn
everybody's
from
so
them as well.
supportive.
Yeah, and they are supportive because you can
Oh.
see when somebody's absolutely excellent and you're like, yes, I wish I could do that, but I can get there because we're doing this for a reason.
I think the
To
best
improve.
Yeah.
the best thing to do is to compare
Yeah,
yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. Because
now
I look
what
back
you
at my very first portrait and
absolutely.
what I have done recently, which I've actually painted something that actually looks human.
Yeah.
And that looks like three-dimensional now. And it was more flat before, and I know I've got a lot better.
Yeah.
So,
It's
but doesn't pressure
wonderful.
me if anybody's better.
No, because it's great to see everyone's approach because everyone draws
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
My husband also doesn't. He's not a member of Tamsin's, sadly, TASM, but he does watercolor classes with me. But we have completely different styles in the way that we approach the same subject, and it's interesting to see how he approaches things. So I love it when we're uploading our art. And, wow, look how they did that! I would
Picture
never.
of the week. Yeah, picture of the
Wow.
week. It's like
Yeah.
everybody's got the same picture, but
And it's so
everything's different. It's
So
lovely.
different, yeah. So it's never put me off. It's made me think, oh right,
No.
okay, I would never have thought of doing it that way. Or
Yeah.
Way. Yeah. You
Exactly.
nick things off other people.
And you do learn. You do
Yeah.
learn from other people's pictures. You
Yeah.
think, yeah, that's how they've done that. Or yeah, maybe I should have done it that way. But we all, as we say, we're all on our own journeys. We're all at different stages, but we are continually learning. And if you were just the only person continually learning and you weren't looking at anybody else, I don't think you'd improve, or you would question yourself. If you see other people's work, you are inspired by their works. And I'm continually inspired by all the artists and all the people in our community. And I think, oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. Oh, Elaine Winter. And then you comment on it. And then everybody comments on everybody else's, and I apologise if I haven't commented on anybody's because life takes over.
There's so many.
There's so many. But I think you learn from the other people's works as well. Definitely.
It makes me, when I see it's something which I like, it makes me ask the question, what did they do differently than me? It just helps me to see where I'm failing or what I'm not doing quite right, and to adjust myself to change something. So you're right, that we're learning from others.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. I think Marian, you were going to say something.
I don't know. To what?
Oh no. I thought I had heard you saying something, but maybe
no,
not.
I'm probably just agreeing with somebody.
Okay. All right. So the final question, actually, just one more. Somebody was asking that are the meetups only in London. The ones that that Adebanji does are in London. However, we are getting people wanting to like start their own local meetups. So yeah, so that is something that we are really looking forward to. So if any member wants to start their own local meetup for Tazo members, that's totally great.
Can I just ask one question? Are any of you going to Portugal?
Oh, I really want to.
I wanted to, but I
really, we're off to Australia this year for
Yeah.
our daughter, so we can't afford. I can't afford to do that and a big Australian trip. But the next one, I'll be there.
Start saving, everyone. Start saving. But yeah, I would love to do that, but this time I'm not. We're away in Spain, so I can't do that either. But
Yeah.
I would love to do that one day.
That's my dream, to have a painting or a sketching, an art holiday. That
Yeah.
is my absolute dream.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, watch this space.
I must admit, I did one separately last year, and it was really good. So it's helped me with everything else as well. So yeah, it's good. And I wish I could have come as well, but I couldn't afford it either. So
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
So
it was just my cup of tea.
I think the important thing is for the next one, give plenty of notice so that we can start saving the pennies.
Yeah.
we will. Yeah, and we actually have one space left. So if anyone is interested in the painting holiday with Adebanji, just email us and we will send you all the details. It's actually next month and it closes at the end of this month. Anyway, just one the final question for our lovely panel is what would you say to someone watching and isn't sure about joining? So anyone can chime in, and then
for £10
do it.
a week, you know what? It's a few coffees. £10 a week, you get so much from it.
Well, I sold it to Anne.
Yeah.
But we still have a coffee anyway.
Yeah. But the value, you can't quibble with the value, because if you were going to go to a class that's set, say, at the local college, that's what, once a week, once a month, I don't know. But you haven't got the community backing you up. You haven't got the hub. You haven't got the feedback on and everybody's support.
And it'll probably cost you more.
Absolutely, it's probably going to cost the same, and yet this is the value is amazing.
I agree.
I mean, I went and chatted with a couple of my friends because I wasn't really sure when they went, look, Elaine, you're good at it, but if you want to improve and you're going to enjoy it, do it.
Yeah.
And it isn't that much at all, because you say a few coffees.
Definitely,
and that'll be it.
Yeah,
I don't go out for coffee. That's why I can afford it.
But just do it and see if it's not for
just
you.
do it and see.
But
If you're
it
not
will be
happy
for
with
you.
it,
It will be for you, because
and I'm still here a year and a half later.
if you're at this point now and you're querying it, deep down, I think if you're at this point, then deep down you want to do it, because if you wouldn't have been at this point, would you? You'd have gone.
I wasn't sure
here
because
now,
I got no.
you want to do it and do it.
What I would say is try it, because if you don't like it, or you feel that you can't afford it or whatever, you try it and then you can always stop. Whatever you want. But give it a try. That's what I would say. You may even say
Definitely
3 months and then I'll make a decision after that. But do try it.
Absolutely.
I think excellent value for money. It's significantly cheaper than what I'm paying for my watercolor classes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Most definitely. The value for money, it is, absolutely. And I love the fact that because we're members, it means that we can attend sketch weeks without having to pay for it, and other wonderful
workshops.
And you get the bonuses as well, don't you? Those oil bonuses.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
Amazing.
You're a very valued member. So it's really worth it. And there's not many things that you can do and get so much value for £10 a week.
Absolutely.
I did the painting one as well.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I did that.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it
Lovely.
That is beautiful.
so it was
The
just
oil, that was the oil paints, and yeah, I did the oil paints. I did the beautiful portrait of the African woman, and then that one that you've got, Marion. And well, it's opened a new window for me. So
yes.
I'm now also into oil painting, and I just love it. And
Yeah,
I never knew that I could use oils until
yeah.
I did the
I'm the
work.
same. I
I,
love oil
I'm
paint.
just
That's my
trying to tell
thing.
my
Oil
husband
paint.
I need a bigger house with a big studio. I don't think I'll get that.
I mean, about price, I know we have different house budget over there. Okay, so £14 can be a few cups for someone, and maybe harder. I mean, the whole meal for the month. I don't know. Okay, what I'm saying that if you have the £40 and you think about, I think it's a good investment. It's a good benefits cost save for you over there to join the movement over there. Okay. As I was saying over there, try a month, see how it's going, and moving forward over there. You can stop anytime over there. Okay, so but I'm not saying it's cheaper or it's not cheaper. I think you know your budget over there. You know how much you have, and plan for that. If you have, please invest. I think it's a good investment for you for well-being and moving forward over there.
Yeah, wow. Thank you. Yeah, so you guys, you all heard from our valued members that have been around for quite a while. Some of them have just joined, recently. Some have been with us for like over a year, and you've heard from them. So I'm hoping that you can make a choice and decide to join us. And when you do, you will get access to all the Sketch Week videos that we have done, both the present one and the past one. And let me just even show you what the hub looks like, because some of you might be wondering that what does the hub look like? What do we actually get? I hear them saying all these wonderful things, but what does it actually look like? So I'm just going to share my screen really quickly for a few minutes, and then we will wrap up. Let me take you to the hub. There we go. Hopefully you can see my screen now. Can you see it? No?
Not yet.
Not
No, I
yet.
think you need
Okay.
to unpin us. I think so, Ruth.
Okay. All right, cool. Can you see it now?
No, I can't.
Is it because we're on here, Ruth?
Hopefully.
Here we
Oh
go.
yeah.
Yay!
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, here we go.
Okay. So when you join, you're gonna get access to the hub. That's where all the videos that we do, that we have ever done, they are all hosted here. And we have the new member orientation that we highly recommend you to like go through. And there are some videos there that would give you all the basics. So even if you've never sketched, right? When you go through the orientation videos, it takes you through all the basics, just so that you don't get lost when you start, watching the other videos on different subject matters. So in this orientation, there are quick little exercises for you to do as well, to just really help you to hone in what you are learning. And then once you are done with that, there's the whole archive here of all the lessons. They're categorized according to like subject matters: portraits, people and figures, animals, landscapes, urban landscapes, man-made objects. So let's go to like portraits. You have access to all these demos. Then when we go to like people and figures, there's like a whole bunch of videos too that walk you through sketching each of these subject matters step by step. And so you have access to this anytime, and you can watch it at your own pace. You can slow it down and learn that way, because everybody learns differently, like you have heard. The other thing I want to show you as well are the bonuses that you get the sketch week bonuses. Let me show you that. Yeah, I believe that's it. Yeah. So these are like some of the past, sketch week lessons that we have done, and hopefully you can see my screen. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back. So these are just some of the lessons, the sketch week lessons that you get as bonuses. You have this. I think this was sketch week from last year. This was from last year as well. Yeah, this little boy. This was last year too. I think that this was 2024, but there's a lot of them that we've done, and they're all bonuses that you get access to. So so it's only £40 to join, or 55 USD, and you can pay monthly, or you can decide to join for the year and get 2 months free, or you can decide to even start monthly, and then later on you can then change to the yearly plan. It's all up to you. So thank you so much for coming on here, and thank you so much to our panel for taking your time to answer all the questions that has come up. Adebanji sends his greetings. He's feeling so much better, but whenever he has the opportunity to rest, he wants to do that, and I kind of try to step in and support him. So I will be here if anyone has any other questions, but to our panel members, thank you, and
Pleasure.
I'm gonna remove the spotlight. But if anyone
Thank
else
you,
has,
Ruth.
you're
Thank you.
welcome.
And thank you all on the
Thank you,
panel. It was
everybody.
lovely to meet you, and I hope one day we all meet.
Yeah, we
I'm
will.
sure
We
we will.
will. Promise.
I also want to say a big thank you to our members who are in the chat, just answering questions. That was so kind. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
So
kidding me.
if anyone has any questions about joining or about the school, just wave your hands or pop it into the chat, and I will be happy to help. Okay, I can't see any hands, so I guess everyone is okay. But I've just popped the link into the chat, so if you want to join now, just click on that and then join, and we shall see you on the inside. I'll just have a final check again. Okay, no questions. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. You have a good evening. And to our members, we'll see you at the live demo next week. Have a good evening, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Lovely to meet you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Ruth.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank
Ruth.
you.
Bye then.
Bye.